What's up, everybody? I am Destroyer, your coach of the Emerald City Extreme Speed Pokemon Draft League team. And today we're in week 4 of our PPL Champions season. This week we're going up against Travesty and the Canberry Toucannons. Let's have a quick look at the matchup and who I'm bringing into the fight. First up, as usual, we have our Whimsicott. This moveset worked really excellently for us last week, so we're bringing it again. Protect plus Encore can be very disruptive, forcing our opponents into failing fake outs and protects, and rendering them harmless. We of course have Tailwind and Moonblast as our only damaging attack. We have an Akaberry this week to allow us to take a hit from Volcarona's fire moves. Next we have Excadrill with Focus Sash. Travesty is perhaps the most terrifying threat in the meta right now, which is Mega Floette. Drill is our best weapon against it. Stab Iron Head should pick up an Oko if it can connect. High Horsepower is our strongest stab move overall, and our best option to hit Travesty's Mega Excadrill. The Rock Slide gives us a way to hit Gyarados for super effective damage, as well as a speedy chance at getting a 30% flinch chance. Choice Scarf Tyranitar is bringing its own speed in addition to the Sand for Excadrill. With Scarf, T-Tar should be faster than everything on the team that's not boosted, except for the Dragapult, so everything Raichu and below. With fast Rock Slides from Excadrill as well as Tyranitar, we have an annoying 60% flinch rate if we're using both of them at the same time and assuming that they connect. Travesty does have access to Wide Guard on Gallade, so we do have Stone Edge to hit Gyarados and Volcarona, as well as if we just need extra power to KO those. Knockoff is our best weapon into Gallade and Dragapult, and Superpower is our best option to do damage into Mega Excadrill. Mega Medicham is coming back with our usual dual stabs of Close Combat and Psycho Cut. We have excellent coverage in most of the team with just those stabs, and I'm also bringing Rock Slide as a way to Oko Volcarona, and specifically to be able to hit Volcarona without risking a burn from Flame Body. We have Protect over Fake Out, which allows us to avoid faster Fake Outs from Raichu, as well as just generally being a great move to bring in VGC. We're bringing our Hisuian Typhlosion with Spell Tag. Spell Tag allows Typhlosion to pick up an Oko on most Dragapult sets, which it fails to get without this item. Eruption and Heat Wave are mostly spammable into this team other than Dragapult and Gyarados. Spell Tag will also help us to boost damage into Gyarados, but ultimately Typhlosion is going to need some help and really doesn't want to be on the field in front of Gyarados. Lastly, we're bringing our Araquanid. We have Wide Guard this week out of Fear from Mega Floette primarily. Those Dazzling Gleams are hitting hard. This will allow us to stop those. This will also help versus potential Volcarona Heat Waves or Earthquakes and Rock Slides from Mega Excadrill. We have a significant amount of speed invested in our Spider this week, allowing it to outspeed everything Raichu and below when Tailwind is up. Of course, we are failing again to outspeed Dragapult. Mystic Water will boost Liquidation and help it to do massive damage in almost everything on the team. Mirror Coat gives us an alternative way to deal damage to special attackers, and Icy Wind is primarily there as an additional form of speed control. So that's who we're bringing, and let's get into this fight. What's up, guys? It's Post-Com Destroyer, unfortunately, again. Just recorded this match, had a great time, excited to walk you guys through it. But my OBS has recently restarted and my microphone settings were absolutely messed up, so the sound quality was poor enough that I'm having to record over it here, unfortunately. But we're going up against Travesty. The first thing that I'm noticing is that they did not bring the Mega Floette, which I was kind of surprised about. I guess it does have a rough matchup and do a few things on my team, but one of the most dominant mon in the format, so that was really something that did surprise me. Have a Fake Out user on Raichu, have their own Excadrill, which is a Mega Excadrill, so it has to be carrying the Mega Stone. Should be kind of interesting because I imagine that for the most part they don't want to Mega it because otherwise it won't be able to utilize my Sand. Gallade I'm kind of expecting as something that might have a Wide Guard for my Earthquakes as well as my Rock Slide spam. Yeah, let's see what we're going to work with here. So we are just starting with our Whimsicott and our Typhlosion. We just want to get Tailwind up. We might do like a double protect here and try and encore the Raichu into faking out into us again. So I think we just go for a double protect here. We find out that they've got a Magnet as well as a Citrus Berry. So we at least know that it's not a Sash. Citrus Berry on the Gyarados is going to make it pretty hard to kill we go for the double protect. I'm pretty sure here it's kind of a low risk thing, like not going to set up on us. If they want to set up on us with the Gyarados, we can just encore into a Dragon Dance. So we just go for the what seems like a 0 risk here with the double protect. Okay, last week the protect with encore on Whimsicott was really, really nice. Encores our Whimsicott, maybe thinking it's going to go for the Tailwind there. So I figure, okay, we can trap this Raichu into its own encore. We can have kind of an encore fest, which might be kind of weird, but it will at least make it so that it's not really causing issues for the rest of my team if we can get it into kind of a passive move here. And I'm trying to think, do we switch out our Typhlosion here, or we just try and get off some damage? Because ultimately we're not going to be able to kill the Gyarados. I go for the Eruption thinking we'll kill the Raichu and do a little bit of chip, I guess, into. And so Encore failed into Encore. Travesty actually let me know after the match, and so this is bad for us. We were expecting that this thing was going to be locked into Encore, and then we would be able to erupt from full health before the Gyarados went. Gyarados is going to finish this off. Unfortunate. Yeah, Travesty let me know apparently there's a mechanic where Encore cannot be encored, just to kind of presumably stop endless battle situations where everybody's just clicking Encore and encoring each other until PP runs out. So we lose, unfortunately, because of that little not knowing how that mechanic worked. We lost our Typhlosion. We didn't get rid of anything on Travesty's team. We bring in our Choice Scarf T-Tar, and I'm pretty sure we just go for a Rock Slide here. Should kill the Raichu. Probably not going to kill the Gyarados, but it'll do super effective damage into it. And so let's see what it does. We go for the Rock Slide here, I'm pretty sure. And then I think we double up on the Gyarados with Moonblast from Whimsicott, if I'm remembering correctly. Or do we do it into the Raichu? We do it in Gyarados. Withdraws. And is this? Okay, and this is the Excadrill. And does a nice little protect there. And so ultimately gets a free turn off there on us. So in comes Excadrill. Excadrill is going to be faster than our Scarf Tyranitar. Yeah, that is nothing. 9% something, I guess. Not really much of anything, though. Yep, so really nice turn there by Travesty. We have to just keep clicking Rock Slide here. I think we get the Tailwind up with Whimsicott, because that will make it so that we're at least faster than Excadrill. Maybe we can flinch it. We'll at least get to attack with Tyranitar before Tyranitar ultimately gets Earthquaked or high horsepowered by the Excadrill here. That'll also set it up so that we'll be faster with our Excadrill when it comes in next after Tyranitar presumably dies here. Okay, withdraws the Gyarados. Lose Andress, okay. And that thing should die to a Rock Slide, we would imagine. So that's fine. We unfortunately missed the Rock Slide on Andressa there, which really sucks. Do a little bit more chip into Doc Seismic over there. We get the flinch, which is super clutch actually, because it feels a little bit better that we missed the Rock Slide on the Volk there, and so we at least get a free turn here. So didn't get punished with losing Tyranitar. We'll go for another Rock Slide because we're choice locked in, and it's good. This next one should kill the Volcarona. I think we go double up with Moonblast into Doc Seismic just to get a little bit more chip down on this thing. Ultimately, neither of the Mon that we have in right now are going to be able to do much to Excadrill. He has a Chardy Berry, nice tuck there, and so unfortunately that means that they are going to survive the Rock Slide, and a little bit more chip here. At least we're getting the Excadrill into range to where hopefully our own Excadrill can finish it off. There goes the Whims to Ironhead, and let's see what Volk does. Goes for a Tailwind, and so now unfortunately we no longer have the edge with our own Tailwind. We've only got a couple more turns with our Tailwind too. We've only got Excadrill left. We're bringing it in, hoping that we are max Jolly, max speed on this to a minimal speed tie the other Excadrill. We're gonna go for the hacks here. Well, I'm sorry, I thought that was Excadrill. We're always going for the hacks with the Tyranitar, I guess, and the Choice Scarf there. And we figure let's try and we should be able to kill Volk with the spread move there, and we should be able to high horsepower the Excadrill and get the kill there. Trav makes a nice play and goes for Rage Powder. I wasn't really thinking about Rage Power. Honestly, it doesn't really do anything different because high horsepower was the only move that I could have to pressure the other Excadrill. So I kind of had to go for, other than just going for like a double flinch hacks strat. We were able to survive with Tyranitar there, thankfully. By the way, we got burnt by Flame Body, which is really unfortunate. If we had Earthquake, I think on Excadrill, that would have been a nice time to make that play, perhaps. Otherwise, yeah, we didn't really have a play to play around the Rage Powder. Just had to kind of hope that they didn't do it. They did. Nice move, and that burn, unfortunately, is going to make it really hard for Excadrill to win. This is not looking good for us. In comes Mr. Fake Out, user Raichu. It's either we'll be able to kill our Tyranitar, or it'll be able to fake out and flinch our Armageddon. Feels like probably there's not really much we can do to play around that either. I think the move here, I think that they flinch the Excadrill because they can just kill Tyranitar via outspeeding it. Our Tailwind turns are also dwindling here too. All right, get rid of, well, we flinch Excadrill there. And his Excadrill gets rid of my Tyranitar. And again, this round is not looking great for us here. Sandstorm goes down, and I think my Tailwind Peter's out here. They've still got Tailwind up. We've lost this, short of some kind of a miracle or a misplay. They're also able to Mega, which will make them faster than us, even if their Tailwind does go down. So at this point, we just wait for the kill to happen on us. Encore doesn't high horsepower. Probably just doesn't have a non-electric attacking move. And it goes down. I guess that also is a kind of insurance against a possible Earthquake, now that I kind of think about it. Earthquake might have been a way for me to win that. If their high horsepower missed, I could have Earthquaked and hypothetically maybe picked up kills on both of those things. So probably playing against that. High horsepower keeps me from Earthquaking, which would have been my only win condition there. Okay, we're getting into round 2. We gotta get something going here. What do we do? I think I just open up with the Sand Duo here and start going for some Rock Slides. The Sand Duo is pretty good against most things. We are worried about like a Gallade is really good into both of those things. They can kind of double team Gallade and take it out that way if Gallade does come. Otherwise, Rock Slide spam is pretty good into a lot of the team. If Excadrill comes in, then we do have coverage to hit the other Excadrill as well. So it just looks like a really nice opportunity. Maybe it's just to start with our Sand Duo and go from there. Okay, we lock in the Sand Duo, and then I think we go Whims and Bam Bam next, just to have another threat in the back and have the additional Tailwind speed control is really nice, especially with the other Excadrill. And let's get into this round. Okay, goes with the same leads again. I think we just go for the double Rock Slide. We get intimidated. Could go for Protect. But if this thing does do a, if it does flinch one of my Mon, I can at least go for Rock Slide and hit the Gyarados with a Rock Slide on one of them. Goes for Feint, expecting a Protect there, obviously. Raichu dodges the Rock Slide there, unfortunately. We do a little bit into Gyarados, but that thing is just eating hits. Must be super bulky. Of course, the Intimidate and non-stab factor in. We pop its Citrus. About 78% between the two Rock Slides there. So 2 more Rock Slides should take it out. No more Fake Out. We should just be able to spam double Rock Slide again. I'm kind of thinking here, like, do I go for high horsepower with Drill into like the Gyarados slot, predicting that the other Excadrill might come in? I'm considering doing that. I end up figuring it's safer just to go for the double Rock Slide here, because I don't think that Tyranitar's Rock Slide is enough in itself to KO the Gyarados. And it will KO one of my Mon if it does survive. Okay. Does bring in the Excadrill. It's not in the slot that I was expecting, so I'm glad that I didn't go for that overpredict there. And then Tyranitar is able to take out the Gyarados there. Get first blood for the round. Would love to see it. And now this Excadrill is going to be a big threat for us. Able to KO one or both of my Mon. Brings out Raichu. Presumably going to do a Fake Out with Raichu. I think what we do here is we just double out. Kind of expecting that we're going to see a ground move from Excadrill and probably a Fake Out. And so I think we just go into Whims and then also into Medicham. Both of them will survive, I guess, a Fake Out. I'm sorry, a high horsepower. Okay, fakes out the Whims. Hits Medi with the high horsepower, which does quite a bit. Honestly, if I probably should have thought that through a little bit better as far as which slots each of those go into, because it makes sense that they'd want to fake out the Excadrill slot there. In which case, I could have brought in Bam Bam into the Excadrill slot and Whims into the Tyranitar slot, knowing that it was probably going to get the high horsepower. Hindsight's 20/20, I guess. I'm considering encoring it into Fake Out, but I go for the Tailwind here. It's kind of a roll as to whether Feint kills Excadrill at this range. I'm sorry, Bam Bam. If I encore it and it doesn't Feint, then we're not going to be faster. So kind of a 50-50 here, I guess, whether we encore it into a Fake Out. Switch without the Excadrill, which is okay, I guess. Well, not great now because we have Mr. Flamebody coming in to eat this close combat. And will they Feint? Can we survive the Feint? They don't go for Feint, so we go for Tailwind here. And that does a lot for a resisted attack. Mega Medi is a beast though. Volt Tackle, that is going to take out Medicham. Okay, so Medi goes down. We at least got to Mega Evolve once. And I think we bring Tyranitar. No, I think we bring an Excadrill here over Tyranitar because we have our Sand up, we have our Tailwind up. Tyranitar is choice locked, and it's not going to be able to do much into the Excadrill, which they still have in the back. So we bring in our own Excadrill because it's the only thing that can pressure their Excadrill. I think we can still do the same Rock Slide spam here with Excadrill, which should kill the Volk, and we can kind of double up on the Raichu just in case it doesn't kill the Raichu. I think it probably does from this range, but why not? There's a miss, Rock Slide miss, the Moonblast will kill it, whereas the Moonblast will not kill Volk if there is a Rock Slide miss there. So that's why we picked that choice. And let's see what happens here. Both of our Mon should be faster than both of their Mon. And I think we miss. Every time it pauses, I think we miss, but it was the Charty Berry. Luckily, it was low enough that the Charty Berry wasn't able to save it there. And it was enough to kill a Raichu, so looking good now. They've just got the Excadrill left. It's a 1v3. We have Tailwind up in addition to... oh, well, the Sandstorm's down now. So Sandstorm is a non-factor, but we do have a couple turns left of the Tailwind. So we should be faster than their Excadrill here. And I think we just double up. Just Moonblast and high horsepower here. Checking the Tailwind turn just to make sure. But we just attack here. And if we can keep the Tailwind up, even if we can't kill it with the Excadrill, we should be able to come in and get it with Tyranitar. Again, as long as we have the Tailwind. So Mega Excadrill is definitely a bulky boy. Okay, so we get a bit of chip there. Perfect. Take it down to 67, and well, highest horsepower hit. It does hit and is enough. So round 2 is going to us. And we are going to round 3. The one day we haven't done great this season. Obviously, not having won in the first couple of matches. We've had some really close games, though. One thing that I am proud of is that we've gone to 3 rounds in every single game so far this season. Okay, so round 3, I'm trying to kind of figure out what is the best lead option here. They've gone with Raichu and Gyarados twice now. Worked well for them the first time. Second time, it did not really work well. I'm kind of expecting that maybe something a little different happens this round. Since the Sand Duo worked good for me, I kind of expecting Gallade maybe comes this round. It's really good into both of those Bond. I'm looking in, it looks like the Spider is pretty good into most of this team. I haven't brought it yet, but it's hitting really hard most things other than the Gyarados and other than the Dragapult. But Gyarados also isn't really able to do a lot to the Spider either, so I figure this is a good one to lead with. It's going to chunk something pretty good with Liquidation. We also have it EV'd to where it is faster than Raichu with Tailwind up. It will not be faster than, I guess, any potential Scarf users or the Dragapult. So we do that, we bring our Sand Duo in the back. Okay, so Gallade comes out and leads. I'm kind of expecting that maybe, again, because Rock Slide spam was working well, that this thing is going to be a wide guard user for us. They can fake us out here, but I'm kind of thinking, okay, so what's the worst case scenario? If we do Tailwind and if we get faked out, I don't think that, other than Raichu being able to kill my Spider, I don't think that Gallade is able to do any OHKOs onto either of my team, so it feels safe enough to go for that. Does not go for the fake out, and then we are able to get the huge Liquidation KO on Raichu there. Raichu's been a pain for our entire team so far. And Triple Axle. Okay, so I'm very lucky there. I didn't know that Gallade got Triple Axle. I don't think it had Triple Axle in Scarlet and Violet. I believe that's a Champions ad. I just have not run into that yet. So, lucky that we did not get faked out there, because we could have done a fake out on Whims and then also done that, and then we would not have had our Tailwind. So they bring out Gyarados, we bring out our Excadrill. Intimidates us, unfortunately. We're all physical attackers, so we don't like the Intimidate. Intimidate makes it so that Liquidation no longer kills Gallade. I think we attack Gallade here either way with the Liquidation here, and I think we go for a Rock Slide with Armageddon. Or you know what? I can't remember. Do we go for a Rock Slide or we go for a Liquidate? We might go for a double up on Gallade, because Gallade is scary if we don't kill Gallade. I think we go for Liquidation and then Iron Head. It's 100% accuracy onto Gallade. We have a Sash, so we know that we can survive. Oh, and then this is perfect for us here, I guess, because he protects with the Gyarados, and so not able to punish us, I guess, for the double up on Gallade. So that was a huge turn for us there. Gallade goes down. We have debuffed attack, and we're going to find out who the fourth Mon is here in the back. It is, of course, again, their own Excadrill. I think we again double up on Excadrill, just because it's the biggest threat into our team overall. I guess both of these Mon are a big threat, but Excadrill is the Mega, and Excadrill is also the Rock Slide. Okay, that's good. So protects. So good thing we went for Rock Slide rather than the double up. Nice call on their part to know that was going to be my focus. We go for the Rock Slide, do a little bit of chip into Gyarados. Blocks the Liquidation. Hits us with a Waterfall. And that's all we have a Focus Sash. I'm pretty sure we just do the same thing here. We've got a couple more turns of Tailwind still. I think the move here is double protect on the Excadrill, because otherwise Excadrill is dead. We've got one more turn of Tailwind. We go for the same sequence of events here again. We go for the hit on Excadrill, and we go for the Rock Slide again. Oh, no we don't. We double up on Excadrill, because Liquidation maybe is not enough to kill it after the debuff from Intimidate. I was probably calculating it at the time. We've also got Tyranitar in the back. I wonder if maybe I'm thinking Tyranitar's got a better matchup with Scarf into Gyarados, whereas if we're locked into one move or another with Scarf, we're gonna have a lot of trouble killing this thing. Okay, so we kill the Excadrill. Did go for the double protect. Thank goodness the double protect failed. I believe it's like a 50-50 after the first turn. Hits us with a Waterfall, which doesn't do much. And so the Bug is looking really good into Gyarados here. If that's the worst that it can do. Opted to go for the Bug. I don't know if they were expecting us to protect on Armageddon here. Okay, we go for that. Pop the Citrus. We do get the flinch, which is very nice for us. Sorry about that. I say sorry. It is a bummer, but also at the same time, I mean, I'm going for flinches, right? I've got two Rock Slide users here. We go for it again, and it's looking pretty good because we have this thing chipped down enough to where even if it's able to kill both of these Mons somehow, we've got our Scarf Tyranitar in the back, which should be able to Rock Slide or even knock off, kill it at this range. So it's looking pretty good. Gets rid of the Excadrill, and we hit it with Liquidation. Is it enough? It is. An Araquanid, the season premiere of Araquanid actually hitting the field for us, I think. And it gets all 4 kills in that last round. Super clutch there. We got our first win. Really excited about that. You guys, there's one more week of the season left. It's just a short 5-game season. We're not out of the playoffs. We just want to have some fun. And we will be going up against Necro Steve next week, so hope to see you guys then.